The base, or shoe, is the platform that rests on the workpiece when making a cut. It provides a stable base so you can make an accurate cut. The base is made of lightweight aluminum and has the rear height adjustment slider attached to it. The base can be bent, cracked, or broken if the saw is dropped. Replacing the base is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how. I'll begin by removing the blade. Next, I'll remove the inner blade flange and the bumper. Now I'll remove the retaining ring that secures the lower guard. Now I'll unlock the base and adjust it down so I can remove the guard. With the safety cover removed, now I can remove the bolt that secures the adjustment slide to the upper housing. There's a retaining plate secured to the lever with a Phillips screw, and I'll start by removing that. Now I can remove the nut and the lever. There's a couple of washers in this assembly as well. You'll want to keep track of where those go. So first the nut comes off, followed by the lever, the smaller of the two washers. I'll push the bolt out through the housing, and the larger of the two washers fits between the slide and the upper guard. Now that the rear of the base has been removed, we can concentrate on the front, and it's held in place with just 4 screws, so I'll go ahead and remove them. Now I can go ahead and install the new base. I'll pretty much do this in reverse order, starting at the front of the saw. I'll align the screw holes for the 4 screws with the bracket on the saw. And re-secure the base using the screws. Now I can re-secure the rear slide. First, I'll slide the washer in between the slide and the upper guard. Now insert the bolt through both the slide, the washer, and the guard. Next comes the smaller washer. The locking lever, and the nut. At this point, I'll just tighten the nut finger tight. And I'm also going to lift the locking lever in the upright position. At this point, we need to adjust the tension on the nut so that the lever will lock the nut when we push it down. To do that, you'll need to install this outer retainer. So I'll place it over the nut so that it's in line with the lever. Both are upright. Now I'll push both the lever and the retainer down at the same time and check the tightness of the nut. The retainer actually turns the nut, not the lever. Once we put the screw back in, these two will move together. And the nut's still a little bit too loose. So I'll go ahead and remove the retainer. I'll use a wrench, give the nut about a quarter of a turn. A little better, it's still a little bit too loose though. One more quarter turn. And that should do it. That'll lock the base securely. So I'll raise the lever and the retainer back up and reinstall the screw through the retainer. I'll give it one last test. That works good. Now I can lower the base down so I can reinstall the guard. To install the guard, I'll first loop the end of the spring back around the pin at the top of the upper guard. Now I'll place the lower guard over the hub and resecure it with the retaining ring. Now I can reinstall the bumper and the inner flange. And I'll finish up by reinstalling the blade.